Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Hold one, Andre.
You're not good at this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon.
You just made the list.
Oh my God!
Sorry, no speak English.
Dummy. Goodbye and good night. Hold two, on bar.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Dummy.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
Hold three, Lamas covered. Three-handle family Gradunzel.
Mamma mia!
And now,
Unchained.media presents the B Plus Podcast with your host, Greg Unchained.
It's me, Austin! It was me all along, Austin!
number four, armbar.
I will never retire!
I still got 200 more. I got 200 more holes to list.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the B Plus Podcast. Today is Monday. You know what that means. I am your host, Greg Unchained, and I am joined, of course, by the regular Jay. How are you, Jay?
Good, thanks, Greg. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. So the regular Jay, a little behind the curtains. We record this in a little chat room thing online. It's called Zencaster. Shout out Zencaster. Really cool program for recording podcasts. And you've actually made your name TRJ this time around. Now I know you're signing up to do some wrestling training. Is this going to be like a new thing, like MJF? You're going to be TRJ?
I think so. I was thinking of getting like a mask set up, so I'm kind of like the regular guy that no one knows. If you get me.
Yeah, just have it be like a really generic mask, like really plain. Just
like a basic setup. I'm gonna have everything pretty much basic.
Yeah, just wear black shorts, white mask.
When it does come to it.
plain elbow
Yeah,
pads.
when it does come to it eventually, yeah. That's the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at probably starting out soon, hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Oh man, you know what it should be? I've got it. Just a plain white mask with a gold J on the forehead.
That would be awesome.
The regular J.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
looking at starting that in a couple of weeks, and hopefully I'm looking at maybe 6 to 12 months, hopefully, if I'm good enough at getting a match, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's so good. So I'm training as well. People know this, but unfortunately, I just got diagnosed with a freaking hernia, and I have to go on a waiting list for a surgery. And so I can't train at the moment, and I don't know when I'm going to get back. It's going to depend on the waiting
Well,
list.
there goes our dream of forming a cross-state tag team called the B+.
Yeah, the Interstate B Plus tag team. It'll happen. It'll happen. It's just there's going to be a little delay on my end. I can always manage you. I'm still keen for that.
One day, we'll get there one day.
Yeah, the regular J with Greg Unchained. Let's do it. All right, let's dive in. I think the first thing we should talk about on Impact, it's hot on everyone's lips. Everyone's talking about it. They had a secret meeting with WWE.
Was it so secret, but?
Well, that's what all the headlines said. Oh, Impact have secret meeting. And I'm like, oh yeah, how do we know about
Exactly.
it?
Like, it's
on every fucking news site.
everyone knows about it. Pretty much. So what it is we didn't have much news on it for another day or so, and then they found out that WWE wanted to use more Impact videos.
Well, that's one thing. Like, there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of crosstalk. Like, I've read so many conflicting reports. Like, they're not saying what it was really about. Nothing came of it. It was just a general meeting. Like, what's a general meeting? What does that even mean? Why would you have unless you're going to be working? I don't understand. What the hell is a general meeting between these two companies?
Yeah, especially being such you still can say that they're big rivals.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think WWE have rivals. You know, WWE could work with everyone if they wanted to. Like, I think that.
Yeah. Well, true to WWE not having any rivals, because WWE will just go, well, you want to be my rival? I'm just buying you out.
Yeah, pretty much. They have so much money, and they operate on such a huge level that no one's playing the same game as WWE.
Yeah.
You know. And if WWE wanted to turn the WWE network into the place where everyone streams, right? They could, like, if they wanted to, like, get rid of all these pivot share services. You know how you have WWE Network, you have GWN, but then you also have pivot shares like PWA Play, for example, for us here in Australia, or Demand Progress is on Pivot Share, RPW On Demand is on Pivot Share. WWE could buy Pivot Share and roll everything into the network and be like, now we charge $50 a month. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, they could absolutely do that. But one of the biggest pieces of speculation I've seen was Impact on Pop makes next to no money.
Yeah, so pretty much.
And the contract is running out. And there's speculation that maybe Impact have pitched to WWE, you guys could pay us, X amount per episode, and we'll stream Impact live on your network.
That would pretty much essentially mean they'll have WWE stars appearing on Impact and Impact stars appearing on NXT and so forth, I believe.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think
that the pitch. No, I imagine if they pitched it, they probably pitched it as let us stay us, like, and we'll do our own thing and we have our own whole separate thing. But like, your network is a network, and we will just be on your network, like we would with Fox, like we would with CNN, like we would. You know what I mean? Like, they're just treating them like they're a television network, and they're like, hey, look, we want to pitch you this idea. We want to. Stream
I still think that if that does happen, but there will be eventually. I'm not saying now, but say the next 5 years or so, if it does happen, there will be stars swapping either way. Yeah,
there will be crossover. You think? Well, I think it's pretty cool, because then WWE, like, it would give them an extra metric. Like, if they did this with a couple of promotions, like if they let Progress go on, if they let Impact go on, they let a couple of promotions that they're happy to work with go on their network. I mean, they get the metrics, right? So they can look at the network and go, how many people watched this match? Oh, people really, really like to watch Pentagon matches. We should probably look at bringing Pentagon in.
Yeah.
Like, they can get, it's a win-win-win for them, really. Like, they're not gonna lose anything if they did this. So I hope it happens. I hope it's that. There's other things like, Impact are just going to them like, hey, do you want to buy more footage? Because you probably want to do a Samoa Joe documentary. You probably want to do, this guy or that guy. So there's a bunch of reasons that it could have been, but that's the one I'm really hoping for, is Impact on the network, because that'd be a huge news story.
Oh, I might sign up for the WWE Network again.
Yeah, well, it'd save us money because we'd get rid of the GWN.
Yeah. Well,
if they sold the tape library, I'd be happy, because then you could watch all the old stuff too.
I'd be thrilled, especially seeing like 2002 onwards to about 2006, 2007.
Yeah.
I'd be stoked.
Yeah, or imagine if they got rid of all the stupid Twitch bullshit, and they were just like, all our stuff that we would normally do on Twitch, it's happening on WWE Network now.
It'd be so much easier, because then you wouldn't get the crappy broadcasting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm interested to see what comes of it, but they're kind of squashing it now. They're kind of being like, no, nothing happened. It was nothing. It was not real. Nothing happened from it. And it was Scott D'Amore and Triple H's team. So I don't know if Triple H was there, but it was high up executives though. And you would think they're not going to take a meeting if it's not something they're interested in.
Oh, exactly right.
So you got to wonder, maybe there's a talent exchange coming up. WWE have this Saudi Arabia World Cup that they're doing.
Mm.
Maybe the Saudi prince is a fan of some certain Mexican wrestlers.
Oh, well, he's definitely not a fan of female wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already had a rant about this on 2 shows, and this is the Impact Zone. This isn't the WWE show, so let's glide on past that. And it's good for you, because you don't watch WWE, so it's easy for you to go ahead and boycott.
Yeah.
Because you already don't watch. But I guess there were a couple of other news items as well. Did you see Alicia Atout? Did you see her thing with Scarlett?
Yeah, and the match that they want.
Yeah, but essentially Alicia Atout has taken offense to being called a 5. And she wants to wrestle Scarlett Bordeaux.
Which would be awesome.
I'm on board for that, like hard out. I don't know if Alicia Atout can actually wrestle. Isn't she just a Twitch streamer that sort of got involved with them doing interviews?
Yeah, she's just primarily been an interviewer.
Yeah, what a rad story though. Like, I'm keen for that. But Scarlett Bordeaux as well, she debuted in AAA recently, and AAA upload all their clips to YouTube and what have you, and Scarlett Bordeaux's AAA debut in like the last week has gotten over 1 million views.
Yeah, she's
It's like the sixth most viewed clip in their history on YouTube, and it's only been up for a week.
I can't believe what she was wearing. By the way,
Why?
It was
I
such
haven't
like a-
actually watched
it
it.
was such like a sexual outfit.
Yeah.
I'll upload a picture to our website later.
Okay.
Actually,
Fair enough.
like our Facebook page. So if you want to check that out, B plus players.
Yeah. So you watched her wrestle,
Yeah, I watched the match just before.
and
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
yeah, I actually went and sought out some stuff that she did in Stardom. It was a while ago before I had Stardom World, the Stardom streaming service, and so I went back in the archive and looked up some of her matches, and she's not bad. I mean, she's not great, she's not incredible, but she can definitely wrestle, which answers the question that we had.
Yeah, so we look forward to seeing her in the ring and Impact.
Yeah, she's better than an Alicia Edwards, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other major thing I wanted to talk about, Low-Key, former Impact star, of course, one of the guys that made the X Division famous.
Very famous, in fact.
Yeah, Low-Key has turned down a contract offer from Impact. So Low-Key is currently the MLW World Champion. And yeah, he's been offered to return to Impact, and he was like, no, I'm loyal to MLW, which is weird, because the Lucha Brothers wrestle in both. Trevor Lee has shown up in MLW as well, and he wrestles. It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
Maybe
you can wrestle in both. Sammy Callahan does both.
Maybe he just was saying that just because he was sick of all the returns to Impact. I think this would be the 5th time if he did return to Impact.
Yeah, he has like a rocky history with them.
Yeah, and I believe the last time he stopped going to them was because of pay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a different group now, so
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I guess he's definitely hesitant, but he's turned down the contract, so we're not going to see Low-Key on Impact anytime soon. But other than that, I think the only thing to talk about really is the show itself.
Yeah.
So let's jump in. So
Let's get in.
yeah, Mexico, man, they were live in Mexico, and it looked like they were in an actual arena.
Yeah, like I think the setup of the arena was kind of rushed.
Yeah,
Like the music quality didn't sound too great of the entrance songs. Just something that I picked up from watching it.
right.
But I thought they could have probably done a better job of it with just the whole setup.
Yeah, right. I definitely thought that it wasn't as good as the last couple of venues they've been in.
Yeah,
And I don't know why. It just didn't feel, and also the crowd didn't feel as hot either.
yeah,
They were very vocal for. They were into Fabi Apache, they were into El Tejano, and they were into the Lucha Brothers. They were very much there to see their local people, and that seemed like that was all they cared about. Did you
Yeah.
get that vibe?
which, yeah, the crowd was pretty. It reminded me of like a, just of like a crowd that didn't care,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
It's like,
This crowd
yeah,
that didn't care reminded me of a crowd that I saw once. It just didn't care.
that didn't care. I was trying to think of the name in America, which the WWE always go to, and the crowd's like terrible.
Right.
Um,
I mean, Impact had it in Florida. Like it was. I don't think these guys were as dead as the Impact Florida crowd, but
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah. It was
So
just,
the show started with OVE taking on 3 local luchadors: Aerostar, Laredo Kid, and El Hijo del Vikingo. So
Yeah.
the son of the Viking.
I just put down Vikingo on my notes, so
Yeah. Yeah.
made it a bit easier. How'd
Yeah.
you mind them pronouncing the Mexican wrestlers in Spanish?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I like the whole global feel,
Yeah,
right? Like making it seem like, I mean, wrestling is this global thing, and I really enjoy the way Impact embrace that. Like, just the fact that they're in Mexico and we're seeing Fabi Apache build a match with Tessa Blanchard. I mean, we'll get to that soon, but you know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
yeah, and I'm surprised too. Like OVE ended up winning this match, which was a big shock to me. I thought they would have put the Mexican stars over.
No, OVE have a huge match coming up with the Lucha Brothers and Brian Cage.
I understand that they've got a huge match, but I would have thought the Mexican stars would have went over just being in Mexico.
Yeah, but they're still
Get me?
like the enhancement talent. So it was, I don't know, it was a good match though. There was that suicide dive that I think it was Vikingo did. he got caught by OVE and then got hit with an apron bomb immediately. And then they all kind of did the spot where they jump off the top rope, right? So Laredo Kid off Aerostar's shoulders, and then Aerostar goes, and then, but I'm not normally a fan of those spots where people stand around and wait to catch people jumping on them.
Yeah. It's like jump on me, please.
Sometimes
Come
you
on.
see them.
I can't move out of the way because I'm
you get
frozen.
them, they all stand up and they're like arm in arm and they're looking up, and it's like it's really obvious. But I enjoyed this one. I normally don't like these spots, but I really enjoyed this one. It was very exciting.
Yeah, no, it was good. Like the whole match was good. To be honest, it was a good opening.
OVE do pick up the win, like you said, and then you're happy because we got Rich Swann and Matt Sydal.
Ooh. I don't think they'll last, but
no, it's not.
I was right.
That's what I said.
I was right, but
look, if you had told me they're going to be a team once, then I would be like, yeah, of course. Like Matt Sydal's going to pull. They're going to team up once. But the way you said it made it sound like you believe they're going to be a team long term. Like they're going to become a team.
I don't recall saying that, Greg.
And make a run at the tag titles.
I don't recall saying that. I'm sorry.
What, so all you said was they're going to team up. Is that all you said?
I think I did. I believe I did.
Oh, man, if I had the time, I would go back and listen, hey, because I don't believe you. I'm pretty sure you pitched it as they're going to become a team.
Yes, I did. No, I pitched it they would become the team of the third eye.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. And I'm like, yeah, you're so full of shit. No, I don't think they're going to become a long-term team. I think this was they might have another go of it, and then they're going to, I reckon they'll have another go of it, then Matt Sydal will turn on him and beat the crap out of him and be like, why can't you just listen?
Yeah. And then it'll come into like an obsession of listen to the third eye.
Yeah, so this was just a backstage segment at first, though. Basically, he's telling, Matt Sydal's telling Rich Swann that they're going to team up tonight, and he's begging him, like, oh, let me open your third eye, kind of thing. And I thought that their little closing line was good. He's like, you just gotta follow me and everything will be all right. And Rich is like, follow you? Man, you try to keep up.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah, no, it was a good segment.
Yeah. Then Tessa Blanchard is backstage getting in Sexy Star's face and just being a general, a bitch. And then Fabi Apache comes in and has a go at her in Spanish, and Tessa Blanchard is just like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I've got a better locker room. So you've been taught Spanish in the space of 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, it was great because they had subtitles for us, but I'm like, poor Tessa, she doesn't get the benefit of the subtitles, so she's just like, huh? Speak English. No,
that was a good segment. It was a good segment.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not familiar with Fabi Apache. I'm not as familiar with lucha wrestlers as I should be. Lucha is sort of a little bit less accessible than Japanese wrestling or even European wrestling, of course.
Even AAA is pretty hard to sort of find and watch.
Yeah, AAA and CML, like they do YouTube stuff and what have you, but there's just there's a huge barrier to entry with lucha that I find. I'm trying to find someone who can bring me up to speed on lucha, so I'm not too familiar. But I get the idea that Fabi Apache is a big deal, right? Like you can tell that she's kind of a veteran, a leader, and they really did a good job of putting that across.
Yeah, well, that's maybe where we need to expand into next.
Yeah,
Get the AAA happening.
Yeah, definitely. Eli Drake comes out, says he's looking for a real challenge here in Mexico, and it's Trevor Lee, and he wins easily with the gravy train.
And it continues. Drake
Eli,
in a matter of 2 minutes.
Yeah, Eli Drake's just random open challenges. He has no direction, but he still goes out there and cuts fire promos every night.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with him.
Yeah, I don't know either. But Tonto C. That's
Tonto C.
Tonto C. King and the OGs backstage talking about trying to trick Conan into breaking the truce. What a stupid plan.
Yeah. And how about King tells Homicide and Hernandez that he's going to win the match tonight with one of the most popular moves, the arm drag. Like the arm drag. What was it going there?
But he didn't even use the arm drag though. He did the spinning back fist.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I didn't understand it. It was
I know. So he has a one-on-one match with Kronos, who Lucha Underground fans will be familiar with as Mala Suerte.
Yeah. if you watch Lucha
And-
Underground.
Yeah, and so the OGs attack him before the bell, and then King hits the spinning back fist and gets the pin. Which that back fist, he does a really good back fist, man. He used to use that as a finish in Chikara, and
Is this like to?
I love
Is
King.
that to protect King because he can't wrestle as much now, or
I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't wrestle as
'Cause
much
he's not-
anymore.
he's
'Cause he's
not
still-
that old?
He still does some indies. No, and he still does some indies. Like WrestleMania weekend last year, he was in a match on the Game Changer Wrestling Matt Riddle's Bloodsport.
Yeah.
It was like a no ropes match. Like he can still wrestle. So I don't know. Maybe he just prefers to manage.
Well, he's only 36, so like I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's
I
weird.
don't know. His personal story with wrestling, like he's sort of retired and fallen out of love with wrestling a couple of times from memory, unless it was just an angle that he worked in Chikara. But
Yeah.
but he's come and gone a few times. But I love Eddie Kingston. He's one of my favorite guys. And honestly, with WWE looking at managers now, I'd like to see them bring Eddie Kingston in.
To manage who, but
Anyone. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care who he manages.
you'd need
Put him with Street Profits and make Street Profits stop talking.
yeah.
Because they're terrible. They are so terrible.
Yeah.
They're a caricature of blackness. But, I think King could do good work with them. Like, just have him rip off his work from LAX. That's all.
Yeah, no, he'd be a decent addition.
Yeah. So,
Can't complain.
so then we go backstage to the other guys, to LAX, and they're trying to get Conan to break the ceasefire because they're idiots.
Yeah, and then they announce a concrete jungle match
A concrete jungle death match.
for Bound for Glory.
Yeah, which is weird because the other six-man tag, which is, Cage and the Lucha Brothers versus OVE, is an OVE rules match. And so you got to think that there's no rules because that's what OVE like. So you're going to have two six-man tags in death matches or street fights? That's a little weird.
It's going to be a bit of mayhem.
What do you think about the concrete jungle match being a pre-tape, though? Because Conan can't do much.
Yeah, well, it will be. It'll be in the jungle somewhere. They'll set up like a jungle scene.
Well, no, concrete jungle is like city streets.
Ah, well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
It'll be pre-tape for sure.
Yeah, because Conan's not going to be able to do much. So I think they'll do a pre-tape one for that to
I think he'll just be taken out early, to be honest, so he doesn't have to do much. He'll be taken out
yeah.
early.
I'm curious to see what it is. What about his whole bit about if we break the ceasefire, do you know what'll happen to us?
Hmm.
They'll get put in vats of acid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like what?
Hmm. Yeah, I can't wait for this angle to be over now.
Yeah, you ready for it to end? You ready for
Yeah.
it to end? I still enjoy it. I love LAX, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point where it's like it's time to end it. Let's let this match should be the end.
Yeah, it has to be.
Realistic. Especially because the tag team titles are caught up in this, and we need to get those out for other people. you
Yeah.
know?
It's becoming a bit stale.
Yeah. So Alicia Edwards comes out to do the job to Fabi Apache to show us how Fabi Apache is a big deal. And then after the match, Josh Matthews asks her about what happened, and then they had a translator there, which I loved this.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So pretty much that she wants to verse Tessa Blanchard because of the disrespect.
Yeah, because Tessa's the new girl, but she thinks she's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will probably happen at the next Mexico taping next week.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's already happened. But yeah, they announced...
It's already happened, but yeah.
Yeah, they announced it on the show. Like, I don't know who wins or anything, but I'm going to assume it's Tessa. But yeah, they announced it. It's not for the title or anything, but that's Tessa versus Fabi Apache next week, so that's pretty cool. Then we got...
El Tejano.
Yeah, then we got an El Tejano promo, and, not much there. He just basically talked about how he's going to win the Impact title, and everyone watching at home was like, no, you're not.
You're definitely not winning it.
Yeah, no one in their right mind thinks that Austin Aries is going to lose the title at Bound for Glory, let alone on Impact in Mexico to El Tejano.
The scenes.
Yeah.
The scenes.
No offense to El Tejano, like he's a great wrestler, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Then we get the Rich Swann Matt Sydal versus Lucha Brothers match, and honestly, I enjoyed this match. Pentagon is super over.
He's over everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
He's probably
so
one of
good.
the most over wrestlers at this moment.
Yeah, definitely. Which is weird. Why isn't he in the world title picture? Like when we talk about who could take down Austin Aries, Pentagon's probably the only one.
Yeah, well, did he even get his rematch for his world title shot? I don't believe he did.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know. I don't like contractual rematches anyway. I think it's stupid.
yeah, but it's kind of like with every sport, sort of like you get a rematch for the title because you just lost it. I don't know. That's the way it's always been. So
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I think it's weird. I think you should have to start at the bottom again and build your way back up.
But Swan and Seidel were treated like jobbers in this match too, I think. Like they
Little bit.
didn't get that much offense in.
No. You know what was really fun though was the Cerro Miedo third eye when they did that back and forth with Matt Seidel. I thought that was amazing. It's the little things that pop me. Like I care more about the interactions than the wrestling sometimes.
Yeah, it's good. Like it's good because the Lucha Brothers can pretty much wrestle anyone and put on a good match. Like this was a match of the night for me. So
yeah. I'm torn because I kind of want Pentagon to be in the world title picture, but at the same time, I love them as a tag team.
yeah, well, even the tag titles could do well. I'd love to see like a Pentagon heel turn, to be honest, on Phoenix.
Yeah,
because imagine the chemistry they'd have.
yeah. I don't know. I like Phoenix as a heel. Having watched this week's Lucha Underground, Phoenix is just brutal when he plays the heel. He changes everything. He changes his moveset. He changes the way he walks. He's so good at it.
Yeah, well, either one of them, because I know Pentagon was a heel.
Yeah.
So, like, he could work a heel, and Phoenix can work a heel as well. So, it works both ways.
Yeah, definitely. Either one of them could turn and it would be great. But I love them as a tag team, you know? I really enjoy their tag team work. So ultimately they get the win when Seidel and Swan are arguing for some reason. I don't know why they started arguing because they were in control of the match.
Yeah, it was just for no reason whatsoever.
So it was just stupid shit. And then it was really cool. So what was it? Phoenix hit a stomp on the apron to Swan while Pentagon hit a fear factor to Seidel on the apron.
And then got the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, after the Black Fire Driver, which is his muscle buster spinning thing. And after the match, OVE come out and circle the ring, and then Cage runs out to even the odds, and OVE run away like a pack of cowards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so good solid build towards Bound for Glory. And then we get an interview with Moose, Cross, and Aries. What the hell was Moose wearing?
That was disgusting. It was like
I loved it. I thought it looked amazing. I'm just like, what the hell was it? But I thought it was amazing.
It was like a tie-dye hippie shirt.
It wasn't a shirt. It was a play suit. You know how girls wear play suits and it's like the shorts into a singlet?
Yeah, it was a shirt.
It was a onesie.
Yeah.
He had this weird tie-dye athletic onesie. It was so strange, and I loved every bit of it. And he had the pink visor on. Like, remember visor hats?
Yeah.
Where it's like a hat, but without the actual hat part.
They were popular about 20 years ago.
Yeah, dude, I remember having one in like the late 90s when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there.
And they were in those colors too. They were like bright orange. I had a bright orange Nike one.
That's disgusting.
Oh, dude, I was so cool. I was so cool.
Moose is now retired from professional wrestling to become a tennis player.
You wear it upside down, you turn it to the side, and you have your blonde tips.
Yes,
right?
I remember.
And you look like, what was Jamie, what's his name? Jamie Kennedy. Yeah. in that movie where he's in South Central LA.
Look like a guy that's freaking trialing out for Dawson's Creek.
Moose, keep doing what you're doing, man, because I thought you were boring as shit before. But this Moose entertains the hell out of me. Because then after the interview, so like, I don't know, Aries is just talking about, you know,
winning.
He's going to win. And El Tejano's the Texan. What an original name that is.
Yeah.
Stuff. Why are we in Mexico if you're the Texan? But then Moose takes a selfie of himself with the new interviewer. I loved it. I loved every part of it.
It was a good segment. It was, it was typical.
We got the Joe Hendry music video.
Yeah, Joe Hendry. I love Joe Hendry. He's awesome.
Yeah.
at what he
Yeah.
does. He's great.
He's talking about, never let the affections of a girl get between you and your brother.
He's awesome.
He's like, maybe not my best friend, but my top 3 friends. And then there's just some other dude there. What the hell?
Oh,
Like, it's happening again.
He's so good. I love Joe Hendry.
It's happening again.
I love Joe Hendry.
God, yeah, he's incredibly entertaining. The GWN flashback of the moment, I skipped this one. It was an Ultimate X match.
Skipped it. So
Yeah, you skipped it as well?
I just seen they come up with GWN moment. I was like, skip. Not even gonna look.
Yeah, Petey Williams, Matt Bentley, and Chris Sabin, Ultimate X at Bound for Glory. I like Ultimate X matches. Though.
Yeah, I don't know why I skipped it. I just was like, I'm gonna get this show over and done with. So just skip that one.
Yeah, I skipped it for time reasons, but I mean, at the end of the day, if Impact have had a lot of really wacky stipulations, right?
Yeah, well,
Like that weird cage situation and the King of the Mountain stuff, and like they've had a lot of weird
the X
stuff.
match is really good.
But Ultimate X is really good. Having to scale across, I don't know. I want them to do more Ultimate X matches.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to bring it back now. I don't
bring
think
it
so.
back.
I think that's all in the past for them. It'd be good.
But
It'd be good to bring back. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see it back, but I don't think they will.
Dear listeners, let us know if you agree. We'll do a poll on Facebook. Should Impact bring back the Ultimate X match?
We actually will. That's a good idea.
Imagine instead of having an OVE rules match, imagine if this 6-man tag was an Ultimate X match.
Yeah, well, it'd be mayhem.
It'd be mayhem. It'd be fantastic. And think of the spots that the Lucha Brothers could do. Like imagine Phoenix walking along the top of the X.
And just jumping off of it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, to the outside of the ring. Holy crap, suicide.
Yeah. It'd be...
But yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, it's a perfect match for especially for the people they've got in Impact right now as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Phoenix. Imagine just 4 random names will go. Phoenix, Rich Swann, Matt Sydal, and Petey Williams in an Ultimate X match.
It'd be mayhem. And awesome.
It'd be so good.
You're probably looking at a match of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we get Su Young, Ali, Tessa, and Rosemary recap video. Nothing else happened on the show with them, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Impact normally don't do the recaps unless something else is going to happen, so this was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it's sort of a non...
Just reminding us that they exist.
Don't forget about them.
Yeah, and then Abyss has been announced as the Hall of Fame. We were speculating who it might be. I cut that out of the episode for time reasons, but last week we spent like 10 minutes going back and forth on who could be the Hall of Fame person, and it's Abyss.
See, I probably would have waited until he at least said he was kind of retiring from Impact. I sort of don't, because he just re-signed with Impact as well, so...
Yeah, but now they can have that whole, you're going up against Hall of Famer,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, some WWE Hall of Fame guys still wrestle from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have inducted. Like, he's deserving on it because he's been with TNA Impact since the start, so...
Yeah, and I think he's going to be the only person in the Hall of Fame who's only ever worked for Impact.
So...
Like, he's never worked for WWE.
Yeah. So, he deserves it, but I think they could have waited, personally.
He definitely deserves it.
But he does deserve it.
But then we get the main event, which was El Tejano versus Austin Aries. Austin Aries wins with the Brainbuster. It was a good match. Really, it was just there to show us that Austin Aries can win as champion. He doesn't need his crew. He doesn't need the cheating. He just uses that sometimes because it's easier.
Yeah.
Right? Because he won this match clean, unless I missed something.
No, it was clean.
Yeah.
No interference.
It was just a good wrestling match.
And then obviously you had Johnny Impact appearing on the screen saying that he's not going to make Bound for Glory and it's going to be a miracle.
Yeah, and he's in California. And then Austin Aries is like, I'm not stupid. Don't use my tricks against me. I know you're here. And he turns around, like expecting him to come through the crowd. And then he just comes out through the ramp.
And then just belts him.
Yeah. It's like, considering you're not stupid and you know his tricks, how did you not know he was tricking the trick?
Yeah.
But no, I love Austin Aries. And honestly, I don't see... There's no one really that can topple him at the moment.
No, he's too good for everyone on that roster, except for Pentagon and
Because
Eli.
he's dangerous as a one-on-one wrestler too. Like, take all the other stuff away. Take the fact that he's willing to cheat. Take that away. Take away his teammates, and he's already a dangerous one-on-one wrestler.
Yeah.
So
And then you add his posse, and he's just shot up.
yeah, he may go down as one of the greatest Impact champions of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I agree. And
he's
it's Impact that have helped him out a lot since he's been back, I believe.
and he's helped out Impact. It's a perfect marriage, really.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a few times. That's just perfect for each other. But then, yeah, so Johnny comes out and belts him, and then he and Moose and Cross start to run away, and then there's Eddie as well. Eddie with the kendo stick. Do we think it'll become a triple threat still?
Oh, mate, I it could do, actually.
I reckon it's got to. I mean, what else does Eddie have? Unless Eddie's just going to have like a match with Moose or something.
Let's have a triple threat match with Eddie Edwards turning on Impact.
Yeah,
And-
and joining. So then we have EEKKMM
AA.
and yeah, and AA. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm curious as to where it's going to go. It's probably going to lead to Eddie versus Moose, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, I'd prefer it.
in which case, I want Moose to just run through him because I love this new Moose. I love it so much.
He's not as
Him just
boring now.
wearing. Yeah, no, he's more entertaining as a heel than it's like the Bobby Lashley thing, right? Like Bobby Lashley is so boring as a babyface.
Yeah, it was something
But then-
that needed to be done. Maybe Impact caught up on that, I think, and said, you know what,
Yeah.
we're just going to turn him heel.
Yeah, it's definitely a good move. So next week we have Tessa Blanchard versus Fabi Apache. We have Brian Cage versus Jake Christ. We have LAX versus the Desi Hit Squad. And Ali and Kira Hogan versus Su Young and an Undead Maid of Honor. So that's all happening next week. Still in Mexico, I believe.
Yeah, still in Mexico for one more week.
Is it only one? So they only taped 2 weeks, did they?
2 weeks. And that was
Okay. And then the next
normal.
tapings are in New York, heading into Bound for Glory.
Yes. And then
That's awesome.
obviously you've got the Bound for Glory event.
Yeah, I'm excited. They're in the same place for the tapings as they are for Bound for Glory itself, so I'm excited to see what the venue looks like.
Yeah, hopefully they spruce it up a bit and it looks
Yeah.
good.
They sold out for Bound for Glory, but it's only a 1,200 seat venue. Like, I looked it up when I found out they sold out.
I think maybe they just want the atmosphere there.
Well, yeah, well, it looks good in the news too. Like, none of the news sites are saying Impact sell 1,200 tickets. They're just all
Yeah.
saying Impact sell out.
Impact sell out.
Yeah, so it looks good for them PR wise.
Yeah.
And it's smart. You'd rather, like, something that you learn, like, with business is you'd rather always have the product that's running out and in high demand than the product that's overabundant and no one gives a crap. Like, oh, I can pick that up next week because, you know, there's always some there.
Yeah,
Like, when it comes to,
Exactly
like,
right.
kids' toys and stuff, too. Like, when I'm buying toys for my kids, you know, I know, like, if the new... You know, if the new Blaze, like my kid really likes this show Blaze and the Monster Machines, and if I see a new Blaze toy, I got to get it quick because they never have many of them. They normally only have one or two, and so it's one of those things. You know, if they limit their tickets, like even if they could sell 3,000 in New York by making it only a 1,200 seat venue, it makes them seem like they're more in demand.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Bound for Glory is starting to look good. I want them to announce more matches. At the moment, we only have 3 matches announced.
Yeah, which is strange.
And 2 of them are 6-man
Yeah.
tags. So, what do you think is going to happen with Tessa and the Knockouts title?
I still don't know where they're going with that. Still don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, me either. I'm still hoping for Taya, because I feel like Taya's the
Yeah.
only one. And then we'll get Su Young versus Ali, right?
Yeah,
Like,
with
that's
a
where they're going.
Rosemary return or something.
Rosemary should return, yeah, or else it's stale and we need to end this now. If Rosemary comes back, then there's some places they could go. But yeah, but that does it for Impact this week, I suppose. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
That's pretty much. Oh, actually, Scarlett Bordeaux's new shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. She's got 2. I'm a 5. I'm a 10.
She has a pro wrestling tee store.
Yes. You can actually buy it from Pro Wrestling Tees. So
Okay.
it's I'm a 10 and I'm a 5. So she's got 2 shirts.
Which do you reckon I am, Jay?
Oh, you've got to be a 10. We've both got to be 10s.
Yeah. You think, oh, really? I would have said you were a 5.
Thrown under the bus.
You're a bit small, you know. I like bigger men, you know. No offense, buddy. I think people would think it's weird if I was managing you too. Like we talked about at the beginning, like we were gonna do the tag team, but now we can't because I'm injured and I don't know when I'm gonna train. So you know, if I'm gonna manage you, it might look weird. You know, the big guy's managing the little guy. What's up with that?
Yeah, true. I don't know. We'll see about that. Well, I can't really wear I'm a 5 shirt when I've got a mask on. No one's gonna know what I look like.
Yeah, no, well, under the mask, you could conceivably be a 10. So, yeah, all right, I'm a 10. That works for me.
But, yeah, so she's got a sick new shirt anyway.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even know she had a... I'm looking now. She also has a smoke show shirt.
So she's got a couple. So you can buy them on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah, support Scarlett Bordeaux, because she's the best thing in professional wrestling at the moment. I think people are going to start thinking that it's just because she's hot. But, honestly, I'm not even that attracted to her. I mean, I acknowledge that, yes, she's hot.
Just bringing sexy back to professional wrestling.
I just think the character is amazing. The character is so good. But we're getting carried away. We always do this when we talk about Scarlett Bordeaux. We get carried away. There was no smoke show on this week's episode.
No, because I think it's just because they're in Mexico, so... But maybe...
Well, I hope they have a Well, she's popular in Mexico. She's AAA's highest rated clip.
Yeah, so...
Hopefully they do a smoke show next week.
Next week. Mexican smoke show.
Yeah, they should do a smoke show next week. Maybe she should check in on KM, who didn't make the trip because he's injured.
Yeah.
Do a smoke show, like, from KM's home or something, where she goes to check on him. She could be Nurse Scarlet or something. That'd be cool. All right. Where can people find you, Jay?
Just on Twitter at the regular Jay.
I haven't even followed you yet. I'm the worst.
I've got 0 followers. It's making me cry because no one's following me. I told them last week.
We got to get involved.
Regular Jay on Twitter. Twitter's weird, but just follow me. Just sign up and follow me, please.
We've got to get involved with these, like, follow back Fridays and all that sort of stuff. I am at Greg Unchained on Twitter, at the Greg Unchained on Instagram. We collectively are the B Plus Wrestler on Twitter because wrestling wouldn't fit the B Plus Wrestling everywhere else. It's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, etc., etc. Like, share, subscribe, leave a 5-star review on iTunes if you feel so inclined. And as always, thank you so much for listening.
Hold one. Arm drag.
You're not doing this. Get out. Let me tell you a personal story about Vince McMahon.
You just made the list.
So, no speak English.
Dummy.
Goodbye and good night.
Hold 2. Arm bar.
This is the worst town I've ever been in.
It's still real to me, damn it. Dummy. Hold 3. The moss covered.